What is up? It only just now dawned on me. It's like I let the stream run for a little bit to wait for people to arrive, as if it's going to be anyone more than the three of you. But welcome y'all for another night at Disco Elysium. Damn it! Oh, God damn it! What you just come in and start giving me a hard time, Los, every single night. I don't think we talked to her. Or him? Her? I don't know. I'll take a break tomorrow night. Take a break every night. You see a sturdy woman humming to herself. She seems to be browsing books. I'd stump for viewers, but I have no friends. Same. She seems to be browsing books. Good one, point to the books. Hello, no ceremonies, just hello.
Yes? Hello?
She nods, her attention fully focusing on reading. Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
Truth in the label, huh?
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
What are you doing?
Looking for something to read.
She reverts her attention to the worn out paperback. Good. No, this is how I talk to women IRL, by the way.
It is.
Well, now real life I would just leave, but I feel like I should keep this going.
I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
Good then.
Mm-hmm.
She reverts her attention to the soggy books on the bookstand. Do you need the help of a policeman?
What with?
What with? A lot of things. For example, people tend to go missing.
Watch your browse books.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking. Another comrade. Years of labor are pressing down on her shoulders. She deserves a hug for all the work she's done for mankind.
I feel like this is not going to go well, but...
You step in and close your arms around this foreign body, wandering astray in touch. There's a small movement beneath your hands as you shut your eyes. Then a tiny voice breaks out and asks,
What is happening?
She seems to be confused. Your hands are wrapped around her polyester coat. The fabric feels cold, moist from the sea nearby.
Keep hugging
The
her.
situation is oddly intimate. Your cheek is pressed against her shoulder. Her hand is trapped between your chest. 5 seconds pass, and their passing seems so unimaginably long. Then she coughs and says again,
What are you doing, officer?
I am fighting for the working class. Hey, I hug whomever I please. I'm the hug monster. No,
Fighting for it how?
she hasn't let go of your embrace yet. Hug by hug, one hug at a time. A hug a day keeps the bourgeoisie away.
Oh,
There's a strange sensation as a woman strengthens her grip. She's hugging you back.
I guess it's better than nothing. Keep fighting on, my fellow comrade.
Then she breaks the hug, her cheeks flushed.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
That went better than I expected it to. Maybe your husband is missing?
My husband? No, he's not.
Oh, so where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
I feel like contextually this was weird that I just went up and hugged her and then asked about her husband. Is he missing? He could be.
Where is this going, officer?
So what I'm hearing is you don't really know where your husband is.
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time.
Wouldn't you like to?
No.
I can totally help you find your missing husband. Maybe you're right. Maybe he isn't missing indeed.
Of course he's not. It's not like he's a pocket watch. I wouldn't just lose him.
I felt like I needed to pull back a little
It's
bit.
got to be something else then. Why else would you be asking her if it wasn't?
Maybe your children are missing?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
I police whatever I want. Where are they? Nanny, where are they?
They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
Okay, great. Just making sure.
I see.
Maybe
Thanks.
maybe your cockatoo is missing?
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
He treats me like a child. I feel like I should be insulted, but he's been very good to me. What do you mean by him being a cockatoo?
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Actually, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Thanks for the tip.
Wonderful. The store is open.
That's all for the moment. I'll let you read.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
That really went nowhere, huh? Memorize the title. Lose 87 Radio City. Seems important. Oh, that's the viewfinder. Seems like it could be a really nice city. In
Just
other
an ordinary wall. Nothing
other
to see.
circumstances, I'm not gonna bother with an 8%. Hey.
Trying to sneak up on.
Oh, I should probably go back into the dungeon.
There must be another way into the building.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
What do you mean you found a comrade?
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
He says in a quiet voice, despite the cold. His shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
Drama. You hiding something? Speak up. This is the police. No trouble for me. I just want to know what's going on here. Too late, young man. Trouble's found you.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
He asked you adjusting his shirt.
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
Our comrade.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
You guys are my comrades. The only ones. Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Like the city we're in?
That's definitely not his real name.
You're not actually called Martin Martinez, are you?
No, of course not. Could you please... My name?
Oh, shit.
My name is...
That's definitely...
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
He scans the courtyard. It's silent like the bottom of a wheel. Bottom? Oh, of a... God, I really just... I cannot read anymore. I'm getting dumber and dumber by the day. It's every sound captured and reflected back. Looks like you've got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me about the hanging?
I can tell that you finally got him down. Thank you. It was quite a disturbing sight, even by Martinez standards.
What were you doing last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
No.
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
Did you?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
Well, I'm muscular.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard. Old patio chairs and dead houseplants litter the scene.
He's an actor, declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his every word?
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of
It was
friend?
my Sunday friend.
What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles.
All right, we'll
No.
talk later.
We won't.
You're not being cooperative.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Convince him to.
Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet like a dog.
What do you want from me? Do you want me to cry? Huh? Please don't go. I'll stop drinking. I'll take out the trash. Just don't. Please don't leave.
No, for God's sake, I don't want you to cry.
Takes a quick step back and looks around, clearly disturbed.
Listen, I really have to go.
The flick of his wrist, he sends the extinguished cigarette sailing over the rail.
Good luck with the investigation.
He's gone.
We should run after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just give up?
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case.
Probably should have asked about him some more.
There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Once we've found a way in, we can ask around for his apartment.
Great, let's do that. What's this? Oh.
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud.
Turn it
There's a
over.
key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
Well, I think we found our way in.
This must be for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has hundreds of apartments. We'll just have to go in and see.
Put the stone back. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. The box is filled with cleaning chemicals, smells of laundry detergent. Flip up glasses, the auditor. I don't think I can afford. I already have -2 for authority because of my shirt. Wait. Radiant spinners. +1 logic though. I could probably use the more logic. Curtain shift just a little. Someone is watching from within. Burger box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. What's blue? Just a door. Nothing for you here right now. Is anyone going to be mad that I just keep taking money? Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and cactus. 28. A door to be remembered. This is the door to apartment 29. Complete silence. Whoever lives here isn't home. This is the door to apartment 30. Voices from within singing along with some buoyant dance tracks. I don't think I can get over there, can I? No. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. These boots come in 3 different sizes. Apartment 12, a loud, rumbling snore comes from within. Go in. Oh, it's a bathroom. Magnesium. Alcohol. Ooh, I did need some alcohol. Moss crawls on the bathroom tiles. Actual moss. The shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. More money. If I hadn't bought the shirt for $2, $2 I would have my apartment money already. Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall. Isn't a 5-pointed star just a star?
That isn't just a 5-pointed star.
Fuck you.
It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
What? I don't. That timing was very suspicious. I think this game is spying on me, like my cell phone is. Inspect the symbol closer.
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution.
Spying on us. Not you. You're not even here.
Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
What's the deal? What's the deal with the antlers?
The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it evoke in me? What the fuck?
Gone is the glory of hope. Only the scribblings of impoverished students remain in dirty hallways. You are the big communism builder now. It's you or no one.
What?
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, Number 11.
Knock.
No reply.
Examine the padlock.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
Time for a little snip snip. 2 hand scissors.
You seem committed to it, so go on.
Use the chain cutters to cut through the padlock.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
Do I have warrant? Jeez.
After you, detective.
Flamboyant poster of a white star. Real lithography.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads, Kraz Marzov. Honestly, he does kind of look like you after all.
I don't see it. Why does this tenant have a bust of Krasmazov in their bedroom?
The white star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Kim, you have to admit the Krasmazov bears a striking resemblance to me.
Hold on a second. Is this why you broke in here? To find out whether you're Krasmazov?
No, it's purely coincidental.
Sure it is.
Just humor me for a moment. Don't you see the resemblance?
Well, you both do seem to share an affinity for sideburns, but it seems like old Kras here didn't drink nearly as much as you.
How do you know? The bust was probably just a romanticized depiction anyway.
Very well. Let's look for identifying features then. Doesn't he have a birthmark right here? What about you?
I can't tell. I can't see my face.
All right, but here's the big thing. Krasmasov looks Samaran, and you don't.
I'm part Samaran myself.
Okay, you win. Be Krasmasov then. I don't care. Why are you so hell-bent on proving that you're Krasmasov anyway?
Because I believe a powerful nation state is the only way to protect the working class from subhumans.
I think you have misunderstood who he was, but if you say so.
Father Mazal, the hero of the working class.
Whoever lives here definitely shares your enthusiasm.
He leans closer to inspect the photos of revolutionaries on the wall.
There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Whoever lives here needs to learn how economy actually works.
I suspect that's exactly what they are trying to do.
He leans closer to inspect the economics books on the table.
There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Krasmazov was a sexual deviant, a zoophile probably. He'd appreciate all the Pokemon leaks apparently.
The lieutenant raises a brow.
That's right. Filthy.
Thank you for sharing this wonderful opinion on human sexuality.
Pretends to read the economics books open on the table.
There aren't many communists.
The lieutenant
I hate
raises
deviants.
a brow.
Thank you for sharing this wonderful. There aren't many communists.
Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns. Books of critical theories on monstrosities of capital and such. Uh, 9mm bullet. Oh. Just one bullet. And a Samarazian lounge jacket. Esprit decor? What is that? Understand cop culture. Los U code. What's a zip header? Summer plans. Oh, my conceptualization's already pretty damn high. Yeah, I was gonna say, I've done a tiny bit of coding and I'm not familiar with that term. I should probably spend points. Let the body take control. Threaten people. Composure. Straighten your back. Keep your poker face. Master machines, pick locks, and pockets. Sneak around. Sneak under their nose. Stun with immense panache. Wikipedia rhetoric drama. I have -1 authority. Just charm men and women. Pain threshold, shrug off pain, they'll have to hurt you more. Flex powerful muscles, enjoy healthy organs. Ooh, got my rent paid for the night.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door.
Knock again.
A poor communard from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
This is the police. Open up.
Do I have to open the door?
You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Increasing stat levels unlocks their white checks. You mean unlocks? The dialogue choices, right? Postcard, Mugi Street 46. Big checks. Okay. Door number 9 is locked. 25 cents. Apartment 8. Their mailbox is overflowing. Well, why don't I empty it for them?
Give me a moment.
The elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief. Are you alright? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
She starts coughing, red spots appearing on her cheek.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
What, Los? Who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Do you live here?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
I mean, none of the rooms seem to be bigger than, much bigger than closets, so...
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
God, she's just like me, for real. I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony.
Yes, I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
She looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
You sure you're okay? The cleaning lady starts laughing, but it turns into a violent cough spasm. She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath.
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
I have a few questions about those apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
Is one of the residents on vacation? Their mailbox is overflowing.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
They probably just moved or died. Hopefully somewhere else.
Who lives in apartment number 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
But I talked to someone through the door.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there.
She pauses, eyeing the hallway.
Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
Sure, I'll go see what I can find.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats.
They
You know,
really are.
always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
Who lives behind the padlocked door?
Oh, that one is a scientist. A future scholar.
She's gonna be upset. Oh, she didn't say it was a woman.
I think he studies astrology at the
he's gonna be
community
upset.
college. Education's good. I always tell them to study.
Astrology?
Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
You mean the stars and antlers? I think that's a symbol for communism.
The symbol of what now?
Communism, you know, like in the World Revolution?
Never heard of it.
Okay, can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
Well, go
She
fuck yourself then.
mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something.
Thanks, I'm off, bitch. Graffito says a firing squad for the rich. Which one was 10? This one, right? Or this one?
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
This apartment is supposed to be empty. Did you break in here?
Excuse me? Of course not.
You have plenty of reason to enter.
I don't need a warrant if I suspect there's been a break-in. Are you cooking morphine in there? Then open the door so I can verify your identity.
Oh, come on.
There's a pause before you hear the door being unlocked.
Well, that was easy.
That was smart.
Thank you. Okay. This isn't for you, Ellis. This is him head patting me, cause I did something smart for once.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
Her face is very worrying.
Boy, there are a lot of different keys there. More than 20 at least.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
There we go. Head pats for Kim. Inspect the
It
passport.
feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside,
Nice
along
haircut.
with all.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour.
What are you doing here?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
Sounds like they knew how to have a good time.
It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent.
She stops, hesitating.
A sudden serious look crosses her face. This story didn't have a happy ending.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry.
I glimpsed a foreclosed apartment down the hall.
Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but
Not gonna be able to get that much out of it.
And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
Who's Ron?
The sum must have been puny.
My money has all disappeared, I think.
Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it.
Hold on. Oh shit, I forgot my chat. a YouTube chat. So used to, Twitch being my my go-to. The chatty covers it. Okay. Move it over. Okay. It couldn't have been that much money. These apartment looks pretty shabby.
These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million-real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable. I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards.
So wait, what happened with the wall?
Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
Thank you, that's all.
Of course.
A blister pack of medicine peeks out of the box. You should take it. Yeah. I like that I stole it right in front of her. Looks like a fine mattress. Don't be ridiculous. You can hear it swarming with bugs. Yeah, and? Don't be really... Oh. +1 to indirect modes of taxation. Do I have shoes? I do have shoes on. +1 composure, -1 savior affair. Affluent moneymaker man.
Give me a moment.
I didn't find any counterculture people in apartment 10. It was just a real estate agent setting up the room for new tenants.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
Lax women and sexual deviants. That's who will come. Spit.
I know those types, yes. There have been some here, but they never make their rent, so they have to move out. I know their type.
I thought I'd be able to get to try the other dialogues and not just be a sexist dick. But oh well. Sometimes life's like that. A note reads, foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates. Someone has torn down the wall. The sea below looks cold and winter gray. But you prioritize the sections. Hold on. The game will remember. Plastic tear. Oh, hell. Oh, hold on. No, go back.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
For my guess about what happened.
A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
Sexist and racist again. I'm not. Dick fucking Mullen is. Taking the ocean.
The waves of the Martinez Inlet rolled over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscured the better part of the remains.
Continue.
What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
Look, he's his own man. Don't put this on me. Look at the ruins in the water.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
That would have been a good option, yeah. You've got a point. Who did this? The damage?
A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels.
I know this is like not... This is like a super common fun fact, but Frieza in Dragon Ball Z was based off of real estate agents.
They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol. Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers. They will reach the city in 58 seconds.
Hey Kim, do you know who shelled our city?
The coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
Time to go. Whatever, what's this? Oh, right, the drugs I got. I actually can afford to take a hit on health. Oh, it's you.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
That's right, we've evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
She crosses her arms.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Okay.
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil is only used in government vehicles, or at least that's the idea.
Is that government fuel oil?
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
Fumes are bad for you, okay? Better hand it over. That's some clever cultural commentary.
You ain't seen nothing yet, piggy boo.
Looking off to
The
the side.
lieutenant is hatred, the woman.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Hey, Joyce?
On a first name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
While the negativity.
Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor.
She did give me money, so I mean I kinda owe her. What do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, Pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit.
Is she being
No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Is she being anti-Semitic, calling me Pigstein?
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Catch you later, Cindy.
Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, but no, art is for arrogant blowhards. Why am I getting this? Does, yes, but what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment.
Uh-oh, what's happening?
In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Would I fit into the art world? I mean...
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
Hold on, is architecture also art?
Of course not. It's autism, box drawing, masturbation with a ruler and a sextant or whatever they use. You should demean and criticize the genteel institution of architecture while extolling the virtues of the pure arts.
Wait, I'm autistic in the game now too? Wait, what about music? Is it art?
Only the most experimental kind.
I guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
The art cop? Wait, but don't I have to be 100% cop to get by? Oh no, opt-in. Oh, that one doesn't hurt.
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Okay, if 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Oh right, I got that one earlier too. There's something you can't get out of your head. Krasmazov, father of scientific communism. Premier, let's see, bad PR. One can have, okay, whatever. Actual art degree perception. Can't even look at this shit. I don't have room for one, do I? So I have to unlock one anyway. And then I don't. Oh, I did have points. Okay. Yeah, it's another coppa type, the worst one. The most savage and brutal. Art cop. Nothing is good enough for him. Everything is shit. You have to employ an armada of adjectives to depict and demean the mediocrity of the works and visual institutions around you. Really flex that critical muscle until the vocabulary for punishing mediocrity becomes second nature. Here we go. Request removal of the second petting. Why? Yeah. Look at him. Kim's a good boy. Okay. I'm guessing you only saw it as it was in the menu there. Wait, no, there was something up there. The fuck? Nice! Ooh, pants. Pull labor jeans. Tight around the thighs, why do all the pants have electrochemistry? God ass. Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy? Oh, hold on. You said I...
Yes?
Oh, no. Whoops.
Only banal things strike you. At the core,
Oh, no.
the very one you should be ashamed of. It's no wonder the soft one doesn't want it back. It was right to abandon.
Okay, that was a mistake. But I'm fine. I had so much medicine. Nice. Door's locked. You can't get in. The chair's new. Someone lives back here. You're kind of a bitch, Cindy. Is that their trash? Suggestion half-light. Signal blue navy coat. I never found the guy. Looks like there was more construction here decades ago.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
She pats your wet coat. I could use a coat like that. The rain is freezing.
Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy.
Continue.
What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day.
I think you needed to find out his apartment number. Oh, okay. I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
On the contrary, officer. There are yet camionneurs you have not talked to. And don't look so surprised. In a time like this, it would be strange if Wild Pines didn't have eyes on the harbour.
They must have someone in an overlook position near the gates.
I suggest you go back and canvass for more suspects.
I've got some... no, I don't want to get into all that right now. Kim deserves one answer. Well, fine, fuck you then.
Give me a moment.
Oh, right, there was another... Wait, no. Did I... Oh, I did go through this one. That's where he was.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Yeah, but is she reliable?
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening. We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
Why tomorrow? What do you mean?
The smoker on the balcony. This is why we're here, right? He might know something about the murder. So tomorrow 9 p.m.?
Don't worry. It's mostly all still here. You can remember things. You got this.
Sounds good. Tomorrow, 9 p.m.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him.
But we did... Well, we found his apartment. I did my job. That's the important part.
Remember, tomorrow, he's probably gone for today.
Can't do anything with that. Hey.
Trying to sneak up on me again!
Shit, it's already 3 o'clock. I feel like the biggest thing is to dig around in this basement again. We talk to the strikers again.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus.
The dark sarcophagus? Pause dramatically.
Yes, yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
It was a charnel house of failed business enterprises leeching life from this bookstore. Honestly, a dump. Nothing to see there, just heaps of garbage. Someone should let the sunshine in. I'm in no position to give up personal opinions.
But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
You don't have anything of substance to tell her until you found that entity of hers.
You haven't checked the harbor yet either? I'm looking for a book about cockatoos.
A book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies.
All the pressure has made Annette really anxious. You know she's been chewing her nails.
God, I've told her not to do that. It's disgusting. And I told you to mind your own business. Clearly, you have no idea how hard it is to raise a girl in this economy.
I don't think she can do anything about it.
She can, if she has a...
Come on,
Oop.
ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
What you're doing is wrong. Even I know that, and I usually don't know anything.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change. She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
I feel like I would have some by now.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
Is this husband Annette's father?
Yes. My husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Wait, do you mean harbor as in the area that I can't even access yet? What? Wait, Grand Couronne, what's that?
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighbourhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects.
'Cause the bridge is out?
Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
And your husband's also involved with the bookstore?
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Super silent, almost inaudibly so.
Is she an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
Of course, yes. This economy.
Exactly.
Me trying to act mature. The economy. She told me she doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into.
Alright, I had something else
The
on my
woman
mind.
looks
That's all I can say for now. Let's see, how's she doing? I did something good for once,
I'm
didn't
sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have...
You just can't win. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
What are you doing now?
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away.
What is
I
it?
thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
Wait, where did you get it?
Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there.
A detective hat?
Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that.
She grins.
Right, I have to get back to my homework
Okay.
now.
I see,
Come on,
Ronanette. I don't have a hat on, so that works. +1 encyclopedia, book smart. If anything, the wide-rimmed hat looks even better than the hat Dick Mullen wears. Dick Mullen is stupid and not even real. You're real. Your brain is real. Your real brain is inside the hat. Hell yeah! Oh my god. I'm a hot fucking mess.
Shelves full of biographies of famous people. A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title. From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo.
Flip through the pages.
Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all have behavioral problems. You don't have behavioral problems. That's garbage. You're cool.
I'm very cool. Look at my hat. What about the guide to cockatoos, storekeep?
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
Steal.
Slowly, you move your hand toward the tome of cockatoos. Before you reach the book, you're interrupted.
Do we really need to do this? I think not.
Yes, we do. You said to the right? What, over where the protests are? Because over here is like all locked up. Kind of like the overworld music. Everything is good here. It's like very melancholic. Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. I feel like she's gonna freeze to death, but she was kind of rude to me, so I don't really care.
Right to work!
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Good talking to you, man. Oh. In case of strike, press button behind guard. Hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking or door kicking this one. Okay, but what if I have a really strong kick?
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side agrees. Say nothing. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
Myron, a ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Puff out your chest. Still say nothing. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy?
You have succumbed to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust, as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
What is Al Ghul?
Yes, Al-Ghul.
It means alcohol.
Do you mean alcohol?
Correct. My small skull servant.
He nods approvingly.
Al-Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison, a parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
Intentionally fermented drinks have existed for 10,000 years.
The Ilmaran people did not invent alcohol. It existed since the Neolithic.
This is a fabrication the alchemists of Yizot and Bashir and their Rolam Al-Ghul have fed your people. Go on believing in it, race loser.
I don't think that's how history works.
Why don't you have another drink? Your features are not yet congenitally deformed enough.
Oh yeah, Measurehead.
I don't care for her. Smell your breath, Kim. Is it really that bad?
It's not good.
You always tell it like it is, Kim.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk, and drowned.
You're right, I'm a servant of Al Ghul, but I still need to enter the harbor.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
The fat racist over there, point to the racist lawyer. He's just like him. After pumping some iron, I am the police. I need you to comply. The race stuff is unimportant here. You're just like him.
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddened me. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Okay.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
I mean, she does not seem very pinnacle to me.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Come on, I just need you back 20 centimeters, push him out of the way. You're right about all this. Now I need you to let me go to the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
Wouldn't that mean I have to become a Seminese supremacist myself?
Well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
I can become an advanced racist. Don't be such an asshole to your fellow dock worker. Show him his stolen ID. Isn't Everard the union boss white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you. Yeah, but you still serve him. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Communism, individualism is my jam. My jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
I've gotten it from the disco, actually. It's true, I'm a rock and roll star and a rebel.
Rock and roll is moribund. Only Koikos listen to it anymore. There is no life left in it. My people abandoned it long ago. It leads only to neurodegenerative herpes and heroin overdoses. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Okay, I'll ask, what are the Seminoles?
The South Island race. Haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you.
Okay.
We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the island. Sounds like you moved to Revachol.
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
So you did come from the islands?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
So you're not really Seminoles, you're just Revachol.
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Seminoles strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting into the harbor.
Don't be such an asshole to your fellow dockworker.
The man looks at you, silent and unmoving. His eyes burrow into the remnants of your soul.
You are not Santiago. Santiago is not you. Even the phrenically impaired can see this.
Kim, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
That will be our lucky racist. You know, there will be a next... I actually like the previous... It'll be our lucky
He
races.
will grant us 3 wishes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits, a protruding occiput, and an indented zygomatic bone.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
Know anything about this mug? Show him the mug.
He does not so much as glance at the object.
It's your kind of thing?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
I like how I'm just showing, hey, do you like this racist mug?
He had nothing to do with it.
Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
But you're all part of the union. There's more to it. What have you got against them?
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
How perverted how? Any more details?
Find out for yourself. Endomorphic blub.
Interesting.
What are those tattoos of yours?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
I feel like that's not what I claim.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
How though?
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
Are you sure? I mean, that jaw is clearly an atavistic stigma. Eating it. Existential horror of needing an adult and being the adult. Oh yeah, like that I never go to the doctor just because like I'm not gonna be the one to make a doctor's appointment.
That atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yes, plenty.
Okay.
Babe, thanks. But I got this.
Knock him out. How? 28% seems a bit high. Subscribe to his advanced race theory.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Get your head. I am new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races are there.
Do you?
This is for the thing.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then, to you, he lets out an audible sigh.
Alright, thanks for hanging out today, lady. Have a good night. I should be on Friday.
You are obviously a liberal, Sailite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
You don't even say type correctly.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding.
Right. Races tend to usually side with inbreeding, I forget.
A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Green tassels on their hat. Wait, who exactly are the Maun?
You know them by the names of their nation states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun.
Mahun is a derogative term for first world people of Gotwaldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Uhu, are much more lactose intolerant.
Oh, so wait, he's saying they're one of the master races? I don't get it. The wooden clogs, though.
In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
So, but he said they're type A. They're heroics.
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
Okay, got it. Who are type A then, in your view?
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the Golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
He draws his finger across his face.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum. As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Simonese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
And the Simonese are?
The indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Simonese inhabit the southern islands. I am Simonese, from the stock of Ulenbuir on Ile de Fantôme.
And the Areopagites?
The Areopagites are the master race of the Ile Maran deserts. The Simonese are descendants of the Areopagites. We came here during a heroic migration from Ile Marat to Ansuland, thousands of years before the lactose-intolerant Maun Reten Occidentals discovered this place.
Wait, didn't Ile Maran desert pygmies invent alcohol and get pillaged just a short while ago?
Weren't the Ilmarians pillaged by my people and then Al Ghul happened and all that?
No, those were scimitar wielding race losers of Zahrava, Izet, and Bashir, with their Himmi servants. Big difference. The Areopagites were fasting and conquering while this happened. You never penetrated the western dunes.
Jean, baby, you're on fire.
The young woman looks adoringly.
I know, babe.
I hate these two. What's the difference between Seminoles and Areopagites?
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Seminoles are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
He falls silent, contemplating the beauty and the mystery.
The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Semino-Areopagite or Simeopagite super race. That is all. There are no more type A races in the world.
Type B?
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
The Koikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white, officer, in a suspect description.
You said Koikos. Been trained to identify them as white in official descriptions.
Yes. To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, muddy, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al-Rul and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb, and for eating potato. The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
Another traitor. I thought you of all people would support the ethno-state.
Democratic ethnostates are microscopic. They breed genetic mediocrity. The Semino-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted, from Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Semenese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature, not the base inner spoilage called demos.
And the Vacholier you mentioned?
The Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the Racial Cauldron. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
Pretty sure history hasn't lasted that long.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive Chespias.
I've heard that those revolution mistakes were made. It was the right stuff. You're wrong about it.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zaraz-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia hallucination and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia, a hereditary prion condition passed from the Koiko to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant. Enough of type mediocrity.
The vile CF race cauldron of pedestry, please.
Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Chimeric experiments?
Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Seminese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Seminese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring. The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
Maybe I have misunderstood some, but aren't humans too similar to produce genetically sterile offspring?
You are right. You have misunderstood. You lack basic phylogenetic education.
Any more?
Then there is the Semino Koiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Semino Koiki Chimera? It is not an aesthetic site.
Yes.
The Koiko, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have toyed with the idea of crossing the Seminese with the Koiko to produce a super worker of Seminese strength and great servility. This will never happen. The Seminese and the Koiko may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. We will never know precisely. No Seminese man could maintain an erection in the suffocating potato stench of a Koiko woman, or Koika. But enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of Type CF. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
Now that we've been through all the types, do I understand advanced race theory?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
Will you let me into the harbor if I do?
We will see.
I feel like that would make it obvious that I'm just doing this to get what I want.
Access to the Union is important for our investigation, but there may be another way in, without becoming a race theoretician.
Am I mildly worried he might take it seriously? The lieutenant thinks. Yes, I am, he concludes. I am worried.
How do I word the mystery?
You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly.
It's disgusting.
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss.
But you actually have to internalize it? That sucks.
Hola, wandering man. How can I, serious business?
He's a chatty guy. Once.
Oh yeah, you really need to contemplate the mystery.
Right to work! Right to work!
You don't have any tips on.
Shame on you!
You don't have any tips on how to punch a guy out, do you? Say a really big race theorist guarding a button.
Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by failure, I always say.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first. Return if you fail.
I'm just gonna leave now. Items. I do not.
The tear machine your bottles clunk into.
Oh. Damage.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. With
Open
the
it. Oh, right. I
permeables
forgot I
drawer
was told how to
inside.
open it.
It's barely a... Just relax. The two sides of the board are slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off the slides. All you need to do is bend the plastic on your knee. Slowly. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know.
Wait, somehow I don't want to. Slide the drawer open.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
What's inside?
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Fucking kill yourself, you asshole.
The words just crossed your mind somehow.
Who were they for?
Who do you think?
Pick up the ticket
2
stubs.
octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. They let you go there too. You should go and kill yourself there.
Why not? Pick up the card.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Smell it first.
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored. A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti.
Open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy.
Keep reading.
Your hand shakes holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Keep reading.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
Wait, someone loved me?
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small sparks fall like snow from the bow collector. A streetcar distancing. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No. Hold on.
Hold on.
To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything all right?
Fall sideways. Catch me, Kim. I die?
There is nothing. Again.
Nothing.
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just black. Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia. That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who's that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water.
No, I was cool.
Slimy.
I'm cool.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Where's the Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
There was something about a bow collector too?
Yeah, man. What was that about?
What was that about, an X something?
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
No, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Enough. Just lie there.
You
motionless.
think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What is it? It's cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious.
Okay.
Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am
In
I?
the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
The lieutenant is extending a small canister to your mouth. Drink.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
Drink.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
I should ask you the same.
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to.
How long was I out?
10 minutes, maybe.
No. I was dehydrated. It won't happen again. Fuck it. Start climbing on a motor vehicle. I came in contact with the burnt out ruins of the past, Lieutenant.
That does sometimes happen.
He replies with such understanding, it's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupational hazard. Athlete's foot for cops.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Let's solve this case.
Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
God, my authority is already so bad, though. This is the same ledger you found in the trash, only worse somehow. It makes you think about the letter, about the woman's handwriting, about not wanting to get out of bed in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need a ledger to feel like that. Handwritten note from the fridge.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined off.
Oh, right.
The worn map features the... It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here?
I want to get into that mug talk again.
But it will not happen. The mug talk is...
I feel like the mug could help me with the racist guy. Alright, I want flashlight.
Only the black cable is plugged into...
Which racist guy?
This
the big guy.
orange machine.
I don't know, the big racist guy seemed worse of the two. That is true, unfortunately.
This old fireplace is covered. The whole thing...
I know there was stuff I didn't do up here. Looks like the remains of a 24-hour window repair shop. Yeah, but like... Yeah, I guess you're right. Shoes in the puddle of melting snow. Postcard, La Delta 51. Oh, it's a person. Tray is full of, oh shit, of dice. Colorful polyhedral dice, hundreds of them. We found the nerd. Candy dispenser has been repurposed into contain thousands of dice.
Hello, I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Well, what do you mean by milieu?
Yes, a milieu is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
She pats the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
No.
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Sure, I like role-playing games and I need some dice. Maybe, I'm not really sure why I'm here, honestly. No, I was looking for something else. Answers.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there is any particular stone you want to use.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shelves like stalagmites. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
Okay, no. What do you know about the man that was lynched behind the whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the whirling's backyard.
She stops to try and come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
And you never took your eyes off of work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
Yeah.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
I see, thank you for your answers.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
I would like to order a die from you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Do you know the Whirl untethered setting? I want to die.
Ah, yes. Fortress accident. It's too bad they never finished their game. The Whirl untethered die is a variation of a standard role-playing die. Only, instead of plants, it uses motives of ice and death. And loss, of course.
Ice, death, loss. Sounds like you.
What do you mean?
I'm thinking something made from alligator jawbone, cast in black resin. The reptile bone is as white as ice, and dead as, well, death.
What's
For 7 real, I could have it ready in 8 hours.
What's a standard?
It's an icosy tetrahedron, a 24-sided die that can produce results for 2-sided, 3-sided, 4-sided, 6-sided, and 12-sided die with a single roll. Technically, you can also use it for many other sizes, but you may need to reroll results.
Loving it. So nifty.
Back off.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
Do you have any cursed?
What do you mean by cursed?
As cursed as my life.
Alright, how about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real, and I'll give you your cursed die.
Actually, I need to think about it first.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
Actually, I need more time to think about
No
this.
need to rush. Take a look around, see if anything inspires you.
Okay, where are we anyway? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
She looks at the ruddy bricks and make up the wall. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal-black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Creative.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Wait, how do you explain what happened to the companies then?
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Regence is the one who sent me. She's convinced the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
She's a wise woman. She has Seminese trinkets protecting her against the curse.
Ah, the Seminese trinkets, of course.
She nods as if this explains everything.
But it doesn't. This is merely a sarcastic response.
All right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Hold on, the whirling is part of the doomed commercial area?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central project.
Yes, but it's a separate building. That malicious energies can't reach there.
And then there is me.
Jesus.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
Regence thinks it's because you're the source of it. A malignant entity.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean? Some kind of sorceress? What about you, officer? Do you think I'm the malignant entity?
I think it still might be you that's causing this now. Your eyes very mysteriously. Starting to see that there's no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
Hasn't her business failed? That's only a 3%. What happened to the other tenants? And everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
She had other
Good.
questions.
I hope it clarified things a bit.
There's just way too many.
Actual art degree. Trite, contrived, mediocre, milquetoast, amateurish, infantile, cliché and gonorrhea-ridden peon to conformism. I fucked me. Affront to humanity. War crime. Should literally be tried for war crimes. Resolutely shit. Lacking in imagination. Uninformed reimagining of. Lip-wristed, premature, ill-informed attempt at. Talentless fuckfest. Recidivistic shit peddler. Pedantic, listless, savagely boring. Just one repulsive laugh after another.
Plus, -1 hand-eye coordination. Handshake from anger. How shit it all is. Passively heals, +1 morale, and gives 10. What? Anytime I do conceptualization? The floorboards creak. How bad is it?
The barbell waits patiently on the floor.
Every time it chimes in mid-conversation. Okay, that seems pretty good.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
I talked to the entity. You told me about her name is Neha, and she's a novelty dice maker.
Novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery?
She's not a
Sometimes they use the
sorceress
ankle bones of sheep.
She's not a sorceress or someone. She's a businesswoman like you.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
She says there's no curse because there's too many inconsistencies. She said it's just capitalism. Bankruptcy is a quirk of our economic system.
Wait, what? The entire economic system is cursed?
I'm afraid that only world revolution can help you. Yes, the system must be cleansed of immigrant labor. It's true, we live in precarious world. Nothing ever turns out right. You need to use world revolution.
Another revolution?
You can get those passes more if your conceptualization is... Oh, okay. She looks down at her pendant. In her trembling hands, she collects herself.
I understand what's going on here. You went in there, rummaged around, and accomplished nothing. And now you're telling me these intellectual things to cover up for it. It's okay. You don't have to. I was wrong to trust another person. I will manage this psychic calamity as I always have. Alone. On my own. Thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books, or be on your way.
She concludes, tucking the pendant away in her blouse.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now. There was never any other way this could have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
He just does not give a shit. You're a good one, Kim. Okay, take off. Yeah, I don't need that.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding. A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
Oh.
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular man from Heimdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. Between the throne and the Heimdall man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman.
Aren't all women devil women?
Especially those leering types who seem to wear nothing but an armored bikini. There's also some sort of a snake lizard beast slithering around her abdomen, chest, shoulder region. It's symbolic of vice and sin. The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Heimdall novels.
There's that sexism again. Oh, but am I wrong? I think actually we're gonna call it for the night. Since it is Monday, I have way too many saves, but oh well. Ended on a sexist note. Might be wrong. Who knows? Confirm. Oh, damn it, Los. Oh, we'll get rid of that one for now. Realm. Boom. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect transition. Alright. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. Shout outs to Kim, as always. He is what's the word? I can't think of the word. He's what keeps me going, y'all. But anyway, that is it for this weekend. I will be back on Friday. Friday will be the only night I stream next weekend. So I'll be going away. It is what it is. Well, but you know, such is life. Sometimes I do get tired of being in my room nonstop. You know, you do what you do. Happens, yeah. Believe it or not, I actually occasionally leave the house. I know that sounds crazy, but occasionally I do. Alright, y'all. Hopefully I see you back on Friday to continue this. Have a good night, y'all. Have a good week. What, leaving the house? Kind of crazy, isn't it? Anyway, yeah. Have a good night, guys. Have a good week. Hopefully I'll see you back on Friday. Good night, y'all. See you later.